I'm going to share with you why this wrestling season is going to be incredible because of the Olympic red shirts. Now, you may be wondering, how is it going to be incredible? We see so many of these guys not wrestling. How can this season even be mildly interesting? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's going to be phenomenal. Okay, so right now there are 16 different Olympic red shirts from many different schools, and I'll put this short list up here in just a bit. But there are many different red shirts from many different schools. So right now there are two freshmen who are redshirting, and Berryessa and Omania. There are 14 Olympic or national qualifiers, and then there are at 8 separate weight classes. So there are actually no Olympic redshirts at 197 and 285, and there are 9 total All-Americans. Now, as I'm getting this Olympic redshirt list up, there are 3 national champions that are taking Olympic red shirt in Yianni Diakomihalis, Nick Suriano, and Mikhail Lewis, and 9 total All-Americans. Now, I'll tell you why I think this is so exciting. First of all, let me put up this list of the Olympic red shirts. So this is the full list of the red shirts. A couple guys, of course, that stick out. You have Yianni, Nick Suriano, and Kai, who are all national champions. Max Dean is a national finalist of note to talk about here. And you have Jaden Ironman, Stevan Micic, Miles Amin. Of course, Micic and Amin both placed at Worlds, which was big for their countries, not for the U.S., but for their respective countries. So this is the full Olympic red shirt list. And, you know, seeing all these guys out, seeing that Yianni's not going to wrestle is kind of upsetting. You know, seeing that Nick Suriano, if you're a Rutgers fan, not wrestling is disheartening to see that this year. However, there is potential for many new champions, which I am super excited for. So right now, 4 of the weight classes for this year have champions who've graduated. So those weight classes already have new champion potential. There are 3 weights now that have Olympic red shirts. So that's 7 of the weights now that are pretty much, I don't want to say wide open, but yeah, wide open for a new champion. That leaves 3 returning national champions. And if you know who those are, that's Spencer Lee, Anthony Cassar, and Zahid Valencia. Now, Valencia, of course, is moving up a weight class, so we will see a new champion at 174. Now, we have a couple new weights that can have a completely new champion for the first time in many years. Of course, 141, Yianni's weight, he's won that the last 2 years. We'll see a new champion for the first time in 2 years. 149, Astronaut won last year. He's graduated. We will see a new champion. 157, of course, Nolf graduated. First time in a couple years. We'll get a new champion at that weight. And 197, same exact scenario. Now, of course, at a couple of these other weight classes, we do have returning champions. Spencer Lee returning at 125. Seth Gross, somebody you may have forgot about, but at 133, he will be returning. And Vincenzo Joseph at 165. He didn't win it last year, but he's won it in the past. Of course, 2-time national champion. Mark Hall at 174, looking to get that title back from his freshman year when he won it. Anthony Cassar is back to win it at 285, and then Valencia, of course, who's moving up a weight class, but he's looking to make an impact, of course, at that heavier weight. Now, what is the impact these Olympic red shirts have, and why am I so excited about it? Well, the reason I'm so excited about it is because we have more storylines for the fans. These Olympic red shirts are going to, because a lot of these guys are out, and we get to see new guys come up through the ranks and show that they deserve to be at the top, which is very exciting. As I mentioned, we're going to see a bunch of new champions, potentially. Another reason is that there's more opportunities for some of these smaller schools or lesser-known wrestlers. So if a smaller program can get an All-American in there, can get a high All-American or even a national champion there, where maybe they couldn't have won it if, you know, a Yianni was there from a bigger school. And now if somebody from a lesser-known school or a lesser-known wrestler can get in there and win it, that's big news for that program. It's an exciting year to grow the sport of wrestling, really. And then really overall, the other thing is that it makes for a more exciting 2021 national tournament, because of course 2020 is going to be exciting, but now 2021 we can see mini weights where last year's champ comes back and now we have a new champ. So we have Nick Suriano facing off against somebody new at his weight. We have, same thing with Mekhi Lewis. We have, well, I guess he wouldn't be the same with Vincenzo Joseph, but we could see many of these weight classes kind of go into effect here, which I'm very excited for. So it's sure to be an exciting 2020 season. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel to stay informed every single week.